Hello, friends. Have you ever thought about something really interesting? What if we could see, but without using our eyes? Sounds like a fun puzzle, right? Well, today we have a lovely story all about that. It's called Seeing Without Seeing.
All right, are you ready? Our story is about a sweet little girl. Her name is Anshangla. And one day, something happened after school that made her feel, well, a little bit sad.
So, here's Anshangla coming home from school. But look, she's not skipping and smiling like she usually does. Oh no, she came in so quietly and just looked really sad.
Well, her mommy, Ava, saw her sad little face right away. Moms are good at that, aren't they? She gave her a little cuddle and asked so softly, "Anshangla, you are very quiet today. Did anything happen in the school?"
So, why was she so sad? It was because of someone new at her school. Let's listen and find out what was bothering her.
Anshangla looked up at her mommy and said, "A new boy came to our school."
And you see, this new boy, he couldn't see with his eyes. Anshangla was so worried about him. She just kept thinking and thinking about him all day. So, she asked her mommy a really big question. She said, "How will he do things? How will he read his books? How will he play with us?" She was really worried for her new friend.
But Anshangla's mommy, Ava, she was very smart. And she had a super fun idea to help Anshangla understand everything. It was a new game.
So Ava told her, first, finish your yummy biscuits and milk. Then we will play a new game. Ooh, I wonder what kind of game it's going to be.
Are you ready to play the new game with Anshangla and her mommy? I am. Let's see what it is. Okay, here we go. Ava took a soft little scarf, and so gently, she tied it over Anshangla's eyes, just like a blindfold. Now, everything was dark for Anshangla. So, since she couldn't use her eyes, Anshangla had to try and see in a brand new way, using her other super senses.
Her mommy held something in her hand and said, "Can you guess what this is?" Anshangla must have thought, "But my eyes are covered. What do you think Ava is holding? Can you guess?"
So Anshangla reached out her hands, and she touched it. Ooh, it felt so soft on her fingers. And just by touching it, she shouted, "It is a flower!" Wow, she was right. Her fingers helped her to see it.
Ava was so proud. She said, "Yes! But can you guess what kind of flower? Try smelling it!" So now, Anshangla used another one of her superpowers, her nose.
She took a big sniff. It smelled so sweet. And she knew that smell right away. She giggled and said, "It is a rose." And she was right again.
Wow, she used her sense of touch and her sense of smell to figure it all out. The game was over now. It was time to take off the scarf.
So Ava carefully untied the scarf. Anshangla opened her eyes, and there was her mommy, smiling at her. She was so happy she shouted, "It is you, Ava. I see you."
And then she gave her mommy a big, happy hug. She wasn't worried anymore. Now, she understood. Ava hugged her little girl and explained that when you can't see with your eyes, you can use your other senses to find things out. You can use your hands to feel, your nose to smell, and your ears to listen. They're like your very own superpowers. Then her mommy said something really important. "I hope all of you will be friends with the new boy, because being a kind friend is the best thing you can be."
And Anshangla gave a big, happy smile. She wasn't worried at all now. She was excited. She looked at her mommy and said, "Yes, Ava."
So Anshangla learned that even if someone seems a little different, we can always be friends. And that makes me wonder, how can you be a good friend to someone new at your school or in your neighborhood? That's a wonderful thing to think about, isn't it?